How you all doing? Hey, great day down here at AGC. We, parlez-vous français? Huh?
Oui.
Oui?
Yeah.
Is that what you know?
Yeah.
You just spent a weekend up in Canada skiing, I understand.
Did, yeah.
Yeah?
Pretty
You,
good.
scarfed a day off?
Yeah, on Monday.
MLK?
Yeah.
Did you know his favorite dessert? Do you know what Martin Luther King's favorite dessert was?
No.
It's my safe word.
Pecan pie?
Pecan pie.
Really?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Huh?
How do you know that?
What do you mean?
How do you know what his favorite dessert was?
I just know shit like that. That's meaningless nonsense that runs through my head.
And that makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
But it saves my sanity when trying to work with you.
Oh, okay.
That I know stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
So no matter what you say, it can't be worse than me knowing that Martin Luther King's favorite dessert was pecan pie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. But what I wanted to talk about, hey, did you notice that?
Yeah, new vest.
Huh?
Some sponsorship items.
Did you get? You know, he came up and brought me a couple shirts and a jacket and stuff.
I was in a training.
You get anything?
No.
No?
But that's okay.
Yeah. Well, you know. I wasn't in training, so I was able to talk to those people that you were training.
Yeah, I was
And
pretty busy.
He gave me a couple shirts and a
The vest.
vest.
Yeah, I'm not a big vest guy. So
Yeah.
You kind of fit that part more than me.
Okay. You should see me with my leather vest.
Yeah. I'm
And
sure.
chaps.
Yeah. Wow. What do you do?
Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
But I had an incident the other day.
Plowing.
Plowing. Yeah,
I
I was
didn't realize
plowing.
you plowed so much.
I was plowing.
The big
pretty
plow guy?
big plower.
Really?
Yes.
You do the town of Northfield?
No.
Oh.
No, I do our parking lot.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty big job.
Okay. I
Yeah.
was doing our parking lot and I was out there plowing and
With the lawnmower.
well, you didn't have to bring that up.
Okay, sorry.
Okay?
Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, I was setting this up like I was some big plow guy. And,
Right.
And you turn around and tell them it's just nothing more than a 1035 John Deere lawnmower.
Yeah, but it's got a 54-inch blade. And it articulates.
Yeah.
And
Goes up and down.
yeah, you got chains on it. We got weights on the back.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I was plowing.
It's enough for you. You can have some fun on it.
I was plowing, and in the middle of my plowing, there was some guy behind me blowing donuts
Yeah, who would do
all
that?
over my freshly plowed area.
I don't know who would do that.
That just doesn't seem right to me.
No, he must.
Okay,
Yeah.
some guy in some red vehicle that's got like step ladders under each tire to make it look tall, and
I don't have
got all
stuff.
these
Yeah, that's weird.
Ulees or whatever you call those things.
They're roof boxes, and they're
Roof
two of them.
boxes.
And they're not mine. They're my roommates. Well, not that it was me blowing donuts, but
Ulees.
one's a Thule and one's a what's another one?
Oh, Thule, not Yulee.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I just put them up there
You put them up there so you could,
so we could throw our boards up there and not have to have them in the rig.
2x4s?
No, our snowboards.
Snowboards. Okay, so you're into that snowboarding. You know, when I was a kid, we used to snurf.
Yeah, they just came back with
It
them.
was actually the big thing
They came
prior
back with
to
them.
snowboarding.
You hold
We
the
had
rope.
snurfs with a rope, and we'd go down this hill and jiggle around and fall and crash.
Yeah.
You do that?
No, I snowboard, and so we got 2 skiers, 2 snowboarders, and then I met 6 other friends up there too. So there was 10 of us.
In Canada.
It was really fun.
Did all 10 come back?
Yeah,
Okay.
barely.
The one of the things that I thought I was talking with Mike about, Mike O'Neill from M&M.
From M&M.
We were talking about was snow plowing safety reminders, and really we should have a reminder for those people around us, i.e. you. If somebody's snow plowing a parking lot, it's probably not the best time to be blowing donuts behind them.
Especially if they're on a riding lawnmower.
A riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
So if you're snow plowing, though, you're going out to snow plow, you're getting ready to snow plow, the season is here. Always inspect your vehicle
Yeah, I mean, that goes with any piece of machinery.
before
really.
you go.
Yeah.
Because it's your responsibility. What's the big thing with snow plowing? If you're inspecting your plow, what's the big thing with snow plowing?
Well, I'd make sure your headlights work.
See, I'm more interested in tire pressures.
Really?
Because you're pushing snow and you're got a extra weight up front. I would check my tire pressures before I get going. You want headlights? That's fine. How about damage to your plow?
You mean like hydraulic oil?
Yeah,
hydraulic
cracked.
fluid leaking everywhere?
That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Cutting edge, checking the edge to make sure it's touching the ground or it's not overly worn.
Right.
And make sure your vehicle weight is balanced.
Yeah.
Okay. How about while you're driving down the road with your snowplow?
I would just leave it right on the ground.
The way they plow the roads, I would too.
Yeah,
but
I think sparks look cool.
if we're looking at, it's important to understand the position of your blade.
What kind of blade do you have? You have a straight blade or you got one of those V
I got a
blades?
V blade.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I got a V blade that you can wing in or wing
No,
out
you've
or
got a
make
straight-
it a little
you've got-
shovel. I
No.
got that whole friggin' thing going on that front of that little lawnmower you
No.
keep talking about. I got
You've
everything
got a
happening.
straight.
It
You've
goes
got a
all
straight
over.
blade.
Yeah, it goes all over.
It just moves to the side.
But always,
Sure. Yeah.
when you're transporting or you're moving from one area to another, you should always retract your blade.
What about my
lift it and retract?
What about my seatbelt?
Well, now that's important. So I learned that as you were doing donuts. There's a concussion factor that happens when you're
When you hit a
traveling at high speed,
when you hit a manhole cover and you
yeah.
put your forehead through the windshield.
or you hit the snowbank.
Yeah.
Right? You go flying into
I mean,
that
you must get some
snowbank.
speed on the John Deere.
I do.
Yeah.
And I got it revved right up.
At 4 a.m. in the morning.
And you go flying right into that snowbank, you come right out of your seat. So it's important to have your seatbelt on to contain you to that seat.
Especially if it's company policy. I mean, I'm sure there's some driving policies with our companies that would mandate that.
That's right. But you brought up hidden objects.
Right.
Because the snow is covering a lot of things like the parking blocks, manhole covers,
Maybe possibly
which we just added more weight to my
Maybe
lawnmower
we
so
did.
that the back end wouldn't come up when I do hit those things.
Possibly maybe some igloos or people sleeping in the snowbanks.
Well, that's true. You talked about living in the snowbank last week.
Yeah,
How's that going for you, that whole fire thing?
I'm in between housing.
Are you?
No, I'm just
I'm moving on.
No, I'm fine.
It burned. I'm out of there.
No,
I don't want to deal with
I'm
it.
just happy that I have an office that I can sleep in for free if I ever need it.
That's true. Well,
And there's an RV out. I don't know if you've seen. There's an RV out back,
yeah.
and I've just been sneaking right into that.
Have you?
Yeah.
Again, I'm not sure it's free.
Hmm.
You'll get your boarding bill.
I've been here for 3 months, so I think I can stay. I think that's the rule, right?
Yeah.
I'm not paying.
Know your surfaces.
Luckily with our plowing jobs, I mean yours, you plow the same thing every day.
Yeah, so I know.
So you get familiar with it. But maybe if you were to go move on to maybe a lot for, like, let's say Jeff,
Yeah.
maybe you'd want to go out and inspect it first before you drop blade and just start pushing shit everywhere.
Just take a look.
Right.
Right.
Is that a dumb idea? Or you think that's a
No,
smart
I think
idea?
that's a smart
Yeah.
idea. Know your area, because I know the area pretty good.
Yeah.
I know there's a hump right there, and I might
Right.
want to lift my blade a little
But that's
bit.
because you've been doing this for.
I locked the blade too, by the way. So
I did notice that.
So, again, understanding your blade and blade dynamics, I know the area, so I would lock my blade so I can push everything. If you don't know the dynamics, you might
Right.
want to unlock your blade so it will fold when you go over unknown
If anyone else
surfaces.
is running the John Deere,
Yeah.
which I'm sure, like McDonald does that. I'm sure our other plow guy. I'm sure Bellavance runs a fleet of John Deeres. and-
Yep. Oh, it's big.
Yeah.
Lawnmowers.
I think they're gonna
It's
take
huge.
over Barry. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there is someone in Williamstown who rides the lawnmower to the gas station.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's Williamstown.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Avoid overheating.
How do you do that?
Well, when you're plowing, always let your plow and hydraulics rest.
I just if you take the coolant right out of the truck, it won't freeze.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's typically what I do.
The coolant won't freeze.
Right, and you don't need a block heater if you run a diesel if you just take the oil out, because then the oil won't get cold.
That's correct. Now, Mike.
Those are my tips and tricks.
Yes. Now, we might have some mechanical problems on the backside of that.
Right, but it's not my rig, it's the company's.
Right.
It's not my tractor.
Yeah. Remember, the height of your plow can sometimes prevent airflow to the radiator.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I run into that
Oh yeah,
on mine all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, if I raise that blade up too high, the tractor
When you're headed to Berlin or something.
overheats.
Yeah.
Overheats. Always monitor your temp gauge.
You're right. Which you do. We do, and what did we do yesterday? We
Checked all our fluids.
We did. We put on the new. Articulating thing.
Retracting
Right.
blade.
And then what's the first thing I told you when we
Retracting
popped?
blade.
What's the first thing I told you when we popped the hood?
Check the hydraulic.
I said we're low on coolant.
Yeah.
And have you put more coolant in?
Not yet, because I haven't been back out.
It's a half inch below the minimum.
I haven't been back out yet. I
You're gonna
will.
blow it up,
I will.
and I'm not rebuilding it.
Well, in a big storm, although all the time, you haven't seen me out there with my strobes.
Well, do you wear high vis when you plow?
I do.
You do.
So there's another thing that we got to think about. You should always dress for cold weather.
But I'm inside the truck.
That may be until you get stuck.
Oh, until I
Okay.
overheat.
Or until you overheat, or until you have a problem, you roll it over, whatever happens, right? Then all of a sudden you're outside, so you probably wouldn't be wearing those
My slippers. It's
slippers
Friday. I love wearing my
out
slippers.
there.
I
And
love wearing slippers.
You would
on
have
Friday. That's a new day, by the way.
what's that,
Slippers,
slipper day?
Slippers on Friday.
Yeah.
I do it
It's not
every.
gonna happen.
I do it every
It's not gonna
Friday.
happen.
You're welcome to join me.
But having the ability to warm clothes.
I was actually always told by my parents to keep a coat in the rig during the winter, just in case you broke down. I'm not a big coat guy.
So I was talking before you interrupted me. I was talking about beacons and making sure you're lit up properly and that people can see you and whatnot. And I haven't had to get to that point.
Well, you've got the student driver sticker
We do. We're on the back of the tractor.
right on the back of the tractor. Student driver.
Okay. And beacon lights are important.
Even
and
those
having them on.
Even those whip lights, like the dune lights.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Okay.
Maybe a backup alarm, which you don't have.
I don't, but I yell.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I yell when
Which
I back
is
up.
more annoying than the backup alarm, I think.
Okay. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, it all comes back to being nice to your equipment, being good to your equipment, and taking care of it, and making sure you have all the safety features in place.
Yeah, I mean, I think knowing the area we're plowing,
Sure.
if we're doing like a commercial lot, probably making sure we have a backup alarm and some good lights. Speed.
The other traffic around you.
Right, speed.
Yeah.
Because what happens if you're in...
Well, I got whipping pretty good there yesterday.
I'm saying what happens when you're going and all of a sudden, someone flies from around the corner with their grocery bag. You don't want to actually plow them into the...
Or somebody's doing donuts behind you.
Yeah, but that's an insurance claim for me.
Yeah.
And you're going to buy me a new rig.
Okay. So, again, stay on top of it. Remain safe. And that looks like it.
Can I plow any road?
You?
Yeah, like if I had
thought-
a truck with a plow, can I just go drop it anywhere I want?
I thought you were like head of security, public safety, and incident command.
I don't do anything here.
Then no, you
Oh.
can't.
But if I have a badge, I can.
Possibly.
That's cool.
Anything else you want to add today? You going away another weekend, or what's going on in your
I'm
life?
here to stay until...
Okay. But you got a mess of training coming up over the next couple months,
We
so
just
you
did
probably
our-
aren't going far.
No, we just did our first MSHA. It went well.
Mike O'Neill was at it, by the way.
Yep. Went
He
really
thought
well.
you did a great job.
I'm sure he said
Yeah.
that, and he did.
Sarah called today. Sarah Manosh. She wants to put some more people in.
Oh, that's great.
So she thought it went well.
I'm glad.
Okay. You got some OSHA classes coming up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some stuff that we should talk about, but
You're kind of hungover after the big weekend.
I'm on island time.
Are you?
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
Island time. I'm
See,
not on this time zone
I'm struggling because, I'm just a little worried because we are filming this before my trip. So what happens? What happens if I don't make it back? Are you gonna have to start filming these on your own?
No, I'll move somebody else into your
Yep.
position
So I'm just
tomorrow.
that replaceable?
I'll just find somebody tomorrow.
Well, we did get our first fan mail.
We did. A great.
That was pretty cool. We got topics for a possible toolbox talk,
Yeah.
and they said that they enjoyed watching us.
And they felt bad about your house burning.
Yeah, which is nice. Someone at least did and didn't make fun of me the moment I stepped into the door after being up until 3 in the morning.
Smelling like smoke.
We finally got a lot of the smoke smell out, and we
Okay.
got our quote to fix it.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
if anybody has a free bed
or an apartment in Montpelier, two bedroom apartment in Montpelier,
Ben's-
preferably below $2,000 a month.
Ben's looking for housing. He'll be moving out soon. And,
Well, no, I mean we'll see how long it takes me to move out.
okay.
But if
But-
if any of you have a nice 2-bedroom and want to rent to me and my roommate,
Mess of training going on. No, I'm not his fucking roommate.
no, you're not my roommate.
No.
no. That would not work.
That wouldn't work at all.
No, you'd keep me up.
But again, if we're out there plowing, as Mike O'Neill says, always inspect your vehicle. Be careful with plow transport. Bring it up and bring it in. Look out for hidden objects out there. Know your surfaces. Avoid overheating. And always dress for the elements in case you need them. And get those beacon lights on.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the plowing gets done at kind of not ideal times. It's usually really really early in the morning, late at night, and those times are really, we're not always at our best. Sure. So it's easy to miscalculate or just to not see a hazard for what it really is.
Okay. And with that, let's say hi to those NAWIC women out there. Okay. The National Women of
You're looking
Women in
you're looking at the
Construction
poster
for
yeah.
Vermont. Let's say hi to them.
I get it now.
Right?
Yeah, we kind of have their merch all over the place now.
Yeah. So, hey, y'all have a good week. We look forward to seeing you next week. And if you have any ideas of stuff we should talk about or you want us to talk about, or you want to send us in a replacement jacket
Or
for
just
Mike
tell us
O'Neill,
we're doing a good job.
or you want to tell Ben, he needs that reinforcement. He really does. He's that guy that.
And I don't get it from anyone in the office.
He's got to hear how good it's going. Anything you'd like?
I hear. Do you really do anything here? I think that's probably the one thing I usually hear. What do you do here?
I'm trying to figure that out.
You're paying
I gotta
me.
justify it at some
Right?
point.
Yeah.
The other one that called the other day was Marshall Tire.
Really?
Yeah, they said your IMSHA classes saved them an incident with the inspectors. So you're actually accomplishing some. I find it hard to believe.
I just don't think that's true. I think you're trying to gas me up.
Yeah,
I think you're trying to keep me motivated.
yeah. So y'all have a good day,
Right.
good time. If you need anything, you want to get in touch with us, you got some thoughts or support for Ben, give him a call at 802-223-2374. Richard Wobby.
Ben Osha.
Is your last name really?
Yeah,
Osha?
it is. I shouldn't have even said it.
You did.
I got used to saying it.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's spelled the same. O-S-H-A.
Okay. Could we get, at some point, a program, OSHA on IMSHA?
Yeah, but
Because you're pretty big in the IMSHA world.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No.
You got some big award
No.
from IMSHA?
No, I did not.
You didn't get it from the fire safety folks.
No, we did not get an award from the fire safety.
Fire safety folks
The
don't
insurance
like
guy
that.
had wide eyes when he came into our house and saw what we were working with.
Fire safety folks don't like Ben. IMSHA and DOL seems to like you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all have a good time. Thank you all for joining us.